the sanity of wanting.
Quite cool to have a dad who can create songs like these, right?
Too cool, I guess. Never felt the need to meet his own son.
Oh, if I can ask, what happened?
Life happened, I guess. Editing's my bread and butter. But I am trying to write and direct my first film. 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. That was my normal schedule. And one day I collapsed in the edit studio. Woke up in hospital.
Okay, Mr. Persistent.
Hey. Mum was here in Goa on a solo trip a few months before getting married. She came overland by bus via Turkey, Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and then India.
Crazy time it was. The real hippies, the fake hippies, the freaks.
So you are what they call a flower child.
Not really sure what I am right now. It's all a bit confusing.
Chacun pour soi est reparti dans le tourbillon de la vie. Jeu de mots. Atmosphère, atmosphère. Arletty.
Boom, there you go. That was the trailer for Danny Goes Aum, available right now on digital, on demand, DVD, everywhere. Please go check it out. I'm KUYA P. This is Nerds Rule the World. Joining me to talk all things Danny Goes Aum is writer, director, producer Sandeep Mohan. You see him on the screen. Thank you so much for your time, Sandeep. I truly appreciate it. I want to talk about this film. I viewed the trailer before I checked it out, and as a fellow filmmaker, sir, it gave me a little bit of PTSD in a way, because, you know, we've all, as creatives, we hit those blocks sometimes, and we need to refresh ourselves, get reinvigorated. This reminded me of those times to a bit, but also finding ourselves, which makes this such a beautiful film, to get through those blocks. So yeah, and then when I watched it, I was like, I know that guy, because that guy, Danny, is me. I know him. So how did this film come to you? I read a little bit from the production notes that this started off a little bit in COVID and kind of a refresh for you. Is Danny you as well, Sandeep?
So first of all, namaste, hello, hi, Patrick. Thanks for inviting me here. And yeah, for sure. I mean, during COVID, the genesis of this would be COVID, the pandemic period, lockdown inside the house. And this, I'd done 4 films prior to this feature film. This is my 5th one. So post 4th film, I was wondering what to do. And then COVID hit. And I was sitting at home and couldn't step out. And I was thinking about life, as if, you know, what's waiting for me, ahead of me. And started listening to a lot of music around that time. Somehow ended up in George Harrison, Beatles, who had this great partnership with this Indian sitarist by the name Pandit Ravi Shankar. Is very Anushka Shankar's dad, or Nora Jones' dad.
Yeah,
yeah, Pandit Ravi Shankar. So, and I started hearing it, and I started thinking, how did George Harrison in 1960-70 come to India? In those days, and what was the reason why those guys came here? That, of course, I went deeper into that and figured out that a lot of hippies used to come in 60s, 70s, hippies as well as travelers. Not everyone loves to be called hippie. So many of them started coming from the West, US, as well as Europe and other places, via the hippie trail, what they call the hippie trail, which is they come to Turkey, from there to Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, and Nepal, So I thought, the main question which I asked myself before writing the story was, what makes these people, or what made these people come down so far? Uh, and I kind of figured, or at least when I read a lot of things, I have figured that many of them were disillusioned with the way, with too much of material comforts. They wanted to escape from that space, to go somewhere else to heal, get inspired, and many were just wanting to just escape. And I thought, let me just delve into it a bit about make a contemporary story about does a place still hold a charm for a creative guy or a traveler? India and Nepal, the East has always held charm for a lot of people, like right from Steve Jobs to Allen Ginsberg. How do you say Allen Ginsberg?
Yeah.
A lot of them have traveled this to this part, and I just thought it would be a fun thing to just make a contemporary story and see whether it still holds true.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
I love that. An area, a space, a location, all of those become inspirations for us as creatives, right? To want to put it out there. And for those that are lost and trying to find something like that, this helps in so many ways, I'm sure you know. So
Yep.
you decide to turn this into a film project. Before we get into casting, and you had an amazing cast to bring this story to life, can you tell me, okay, you decided, okay, to put this idea, this place onto paper. Can you talk to me about that process of translating this location of Goa, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and turning all of these things that we know help, in ways of, putting away some of those creature comforts and just kind of materializing that into a story to illustrate that, if you will. Can you talk about, once you just settled on this, how long did it take you to write, and then trying to also showcase specific locations in this region and area that helps, this person that is going through these things to find themselves?
Totally, for sure. So around the first lockdown, when it got lifted, in India, around that point, I decided to immediately travel. I went to Goa. Goa is, I keep going to Goa often, quite often. It's one of my favorite places in the world, at least in India. And it's not too far from Mumbai, where I am right now. And for many years, I've been going. And coincidentally, I couldn't get the Airbnb in the normal place where normally I stay. I ended up in the place where you see Danny live in the movie. Through an Airbnb. That's the room I got. And once I went there, I was pretty much one of the 5-6 people living in that whole beach because of that whole lockdown period. And pretty much what Danny goes through in the first part of the movie is what I was going through a little bit. Not exactly everything, but most of it. I started writing a script every day morning, like a disciplined guy, go to the beach shack, one of the places which was open, sit down, think what to write. And the character, of course, is a writer like me. Of course, I'm a script writer also. What to do next? Of course, I was also disillusioned with the mainstream space. I'm very independent despite being in India. I'm not Bollywood. I'm not Hollywood. I'm independent. So the disillusionment was very similar to what the hippies would have faced back in those days. So I thought there is a resonance between me and these travelers. So that's how the character came out as a writer who was burned out, a little unsure how to take it forward. And then I said, I don't want to make a movie about me, it will get boring. So I looked around and thought about my post-production people, the guys who work out of studios, my friends, editors and musicians and others who pretty much half the time or 90% of the time inside a studio in a dark room, never see sunshine, most of them. So I thought there'll be a fun thing structurally to make a story about somebody going from darkness towards light, which in the movie it says Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, like a mantra in India, which says from darkness towards light. So that basically in the initial part, of course, is all dark, and of course, I don't want to reveal much, but I wrote a story with a simple structure and took each day at a time while writing the script, and whatever was happening each day. Some I would imagine it up, but mostly I would just look around, write down the script until I got stuck. What next? Then I imagined up a few things, So it was a great process, and I finished the script sitting there in pretty much a location. I wrote all these locations, what you see in the movie, into the script. So much so that I call the script, the location, the main star of the movie. I have wonderful actors, of course, but those locations, for me, I thought, how can I make the audience feel that they're here, the same energy, the healing energy which I feel here during that strange time in around pandemic. How can I make the audience feel? As a big challenge as a filmmaker. So, of course, that's pretty much the starting point, and one thing led to another, and it got done there, screenplay, yeah.
I love
And
that.
yeah, and then going ahead within 2-3 months, I put together the cast. I'm sure you have another question on the cast front.
Yes. So before I get into that, I definitely think Goa is the main character in this story, if you will. It's what inspires and gets all the other characters going. Is this location, and I think you capture that masterfully. And why I led off earlier in that. It's a little bit PTSD for me because I think with you writing this and putting yourself into it, because they always say, you write what you know best in a way, and going through this, and it felt that way through this, and that's what made me so compelled in wanting to talk to you and why I enjoyed this so much. And I saw your hand up. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so I just saying, like this particular part of Goa, I mean, for people who travel to Goa, is not a touristy part of Goa. This is the quieter part of Goa called South Goa. Normally tourists, normally when they come, they go to North Goa, which is more like a party space and much more active. And I always have this saying in my mind that the mainstream industry is a tourist, the independent filmmaker is a traveler. In my mind, it's more like the attitude is more like a traveler. So I set the movie in the south of Goa, which is a very quieter part where it has healing energy. That's what I want to add. So the mainstream is the tourist and the indie is the traveler.
Oh yeah, and it came across. It felt that way, and that's what made it makes it relatable. And as creatives, and you and I both know, we look for that, and we know we're not staying in those touristy places. We're here to get quiet, and it was captured. It played to me from you over there in India to seeing this. That's what makes movies so beautiful, sir. And I'm sure you know that we can connect and know that on a true level. And it rings through this film and masterfully from you, sir, in Danny Goes Aum. So as you said, we have these characters. Goa is kind of like this main character. Let's talk about this cast that you put together, as you were leading into as well. Finding our Danny, and I'm sorry, I'm forgetting this lovely actress right here as well.
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah,
can you
Anjali
talk about
Patil.
building out this cast?
Sure, for sure. So Andrew Sloman, the actor who plays Danny. Anjali Patil is this girl next to you in the poster. She's a wonderful actress, done a lot of movies in India. Then Marianne Borgo is a French actress. And then we have Divya Sharma, Avinash Kuri, and Eunice. So, of course, Andrew Sloman, it's his first movie as a feature-length movie. He's a friend of mine. He lives in Japan. He's a British guy. He's essentially a musician, a wonderful, wonderful musician based in Japan. And I've used a few of his songs in my earlier movie called Freelancer. So we knew each other a little bit. But during COVID, I was working on the story, of course, I needed somebody who could sing also. And, I was not sure whether I could pull off with Andrew because I didn't know whether he had acting dreams. But I did, we had a conversation around that point, and I thought, let me go ahead, because during COVID, it always felt like, will I have another movie after this? Or will we ever be making movies in life? So I let me make my last movie, I'll do it my own way. I even took a small personal bank loan to make this movie, and cast Andrew Sloman as Danny, the British guy coming to India. And then while I was writing the script, sitting in Goa, like I told you earlier, Anjali, this lady you see next to Anjali, also is a friend of mine. She's done many films in India, in the independent space also, and wonderful, wonderful actress. So when she had called me midway through the process of writing the script, and at that point I was in that Indian girl space writing. It was a coincidence, and she called me. She has watched my earlier film, and just to say, I love that earlier film. And what are you doing now? I said, okay, here we go. Maybe it had to happen. So that way. So I didn't audition for any of these roles. And Marianne Borgo, the French actress, she's one of my oldest friends from Goa, in the sense. She's introduced me to so many people, a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful actress who kind of comes every year to Goa, lives here. has worked in so many other television in France and Germany and films in around the world. And I thought I should definitely cast her because she's apt for that role. She brings light to the screen when she comes. And other two people, Avinash Kuri is a friend of mine. I've cast him. He was also assisting me in this movie. And Divya Sharma is a friend, and Eunice, a friend from US, who also I cast. I need to add here that the whole movie was shot by a crew of just 5 people.
Wow. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Salute to everybody on the casting crew. Again, I think we both know it takes a village to build something beautiful, and you've and for a small crew, amazing.
Thank you. It was quite a challenge. Of course, it's 2 sound people. One guy was recording the sound, one on the boom, one cinematographer friend of mine, my assistant who was also acting as Shiva in the movie, Avinash, and then me, the director, producer. I was doing the logistics myself along with Avinash. So it was quite a challenge, but it was also very relaxing. I mean, it's also very what's the word for it? It's very it was a beautiful process because I could just do what I want. Of course, the script is in place. We could move faster. When you have a small crew, so we could move faster. And the location, like I said, it was all set before in the scripting stage, so we knew. And also, it helped that during pandemic, not many people were around in that place, in the beach. And the entire movie is shot guerrilla in the sense, it didn't have any so-called. I don't want to say that, but yeah, it was a guerrilla shoot.
No, I know. As an independent filmmaker myself, there's certain freedoms that we enjoy when we're wanting to shoot and create that you have to worry about in other senses. So I completely agree with you there. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a wonderful process. You could move with the team, just fire first. And of course, Andrew Sloman was there throughout in all the scenes. So he was there throughout the movie. But beyond that, the ladies were coming and going, and we all were staying in the same place where we shot the movie. I, in fact, was staying in Danny's room. That was my room where I wrote the script. And during the shoot also, I was staying there. And it was a beautiful, nice bonding, all of us post the shoot used to come back and we all had individual rooms, single rooms each. And it was fun to just come back and, it felt like a trek we are taking, adventurous trek we are taking, while we are making the movie. So I hope it translated that way into the movie, the energy.
Yeah, definitely. I love that. So, putting the filmmaker hat on, so as we're filming, small crew, was there any lessons learned, I guess, if you will, because we always learn with every project as creatives, right?
Yeah.
Were you able to accomplish all? Was there everything that you had intentioned that you were able to get and shoot, or was there a restriction or anything like that, or due to weather or things that happen as we're in production, right? That were you able to get everything in there that you had intended?
Yeah, frankly, this is the first time, and like I said, this is the 5th movie. Earlier also I've shot with a tighter crew, sometimes with more crew, sometimes less crew, but with this one, I figured I kept a couple of buffer days. Normally I don't keep buffer days for shoot, but maybe as I'm getting older, I'm getting a little bit wiser. So I figured this would be a very tricky. What if it rains? What if the sun is too hard? Despite it being a small budget 5-member crew film, I didn't want it to look small in any way. It should not look small because the audience eventually,
this looks amazing
when they watch it. Yeah, it should not look small. It should not feel small. So I was waiting for the right time, with my cinematographer Subhash. We would wait for the right time, wait in the morning or evening for the right light. And lessons-wise, yes, many, of course, that it's very don't take a bank loan to make a movie. I mean, I'm just saying I'm still paying it back, but that was then. Apart from that, during the shoot, I would say I wouldn't. To be honest, it was strange coincidence. It all went well. Couple of driving shots here and there, we almost had an accident. So I was super scared. When you do guerrilla shoot, something goes wrong, I'm responsible in a big way. That was very scary.
Yeah.
When the actress who was driving almost went off the cliff, and while we were shooting, that was quite scary. But beyond that, so I'm very careful now onwards to shoot on the roads, on the main roads.
Yeah.
So I'll be very, very careful going forward on the roads because we never learned the lesson the hard way that we almost died, all 5 of us.
Yeah, well, thank you for sharing that. I love giving, because I have a lot of other fellow filmmakers that watch these interviews, because that's where I start, and I still do. So I love giving pro tips, if you will, because we all relate to that, and we all are trying to give our best and our energy to these projects that we love. So in post, as we both know, is where the film comes together. Can you tell me how? That experience was like, and now rolling it out, we're encouraging everybody to go see the film right now, available on digital video on demand. Go check it out after you're done watching this interview. What has it been like in post, and sharing this film with your cast and crew, and what's your energy and your vibe now, post Danny Goes Home and now presenting it to the world?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, it all comes together in the post. But like I said earlier, for me, the script is the key, right? The script is the main thing. Then, of course, once we finish the shoot, I shot only those things, like I said, what I wanted, because in the edit also, because I didn't have the scope to shoot many angles, like I said, guerrilla shoot, timing issues. So I just had a very clear idea what the edit should be, at least a basic idea. But then, of course, when it came down to the edit, my editor is based in another city in India, Bangalore. I'm in Mumbai, and for the first time in my life, we had to edit through Zoom.
Oh,
in the
wow,
sense,
yeah.
I could see his screen. He would share his screen from Bangalore, and I'm in Mumbai. And daily morning, we would get up. Again, a very disciplined life. Morning, get up. Again, the lockdown happened. The second lockdown in India happened around the time. We couldn't step out. We couldn't travel. So then the editing was, in fact, very interesting process, because otherwise, I always sit with my editor during other films editing. I'm behind, he's here.
Yeah.
We have a long chat and stuff like that. We have fun. This time it was very different, because I would do something and he will say, "Give me 5 minutes." So it would go. I could take a break. He could take a break. We're not sitting on each other's head. So when he's doing a small cut, I also do a small cut on my DaVinci, just we could share stuff like that, which was very relaxing, and we could think of what to say to each other with that little time. Otherwise, when you're sitting next to each other, we're forced to say sometimes things which, I mean, because you're a director or he's editor, he's forced to say certain things, right? But this was a very interesting process. So we really, really enjoyed that process. Me and Pawan Bhatt is the editor. So that was a great process. Then, of course, like I said, the budget was very tight and self-produced.
Yeah.
So I had to put together a small team, be it the sound mix as well as sound design. Then Anish was the mixing person, really helped a lot. Then background score, Andrew Sloman, the actor himself, is a musician, right? So we have used his songs in the movie mostly, apart from another band called Watanabes and Mari Bosch. So Vivek Philip is my background score. Vivek Philip and Andrew Sloman have given credit as background score. They are the ones who worked on the background score, with Vivek doing the background score on my films. And in this movie, I've given Andrew Sloman, Vivek Philip as the background score guys. Vivek had a long, he took a very good interest, a deep interest in this movie, and he really gave me a lot of time, working on the background score. And then in association with Andrew, they managed to put together very interesting stuff. And everyone, to be honest, because again, the background, the post-production was also a small crew, altogether 5-6 people, like the design guy, the mix person, the grading person, Himanshu, background score, that's it, output, Pawan. So it was a wonderful, for me, it's like when I look back, it's like a miracle that this got made.
Yeah.
The COVID and the pandemic pushed me to do it. And when I look back, I can't see a pattern. Can I replicate it? Sometimes I get confused, because that time in life made me feel, oh, this is my last movie. Let me do whatever I can do.
Yeah.
And tell whatever I feel like about being independent, about doing what I want to do, and not conforming to what society tells you to do as a filmmaker. Because a lot of people, as you know, they think creatives have the greatest life. But a lot of the creatives are sitting in studios or somewhere else, and they don't necessarily have the best of life.
Agreed. Yeah, right? I find this so relatable, Sandeep. Both the film and your story of making this film. Like you said, you were making this in such a way that it was like your last film, as you said, and then in post and working through Zoom, such a different way, but also such a freeing way. And now I don't know about you, but like these things that we learned because of COVID and because of how we had to kind of adjust to doing just what we do and love, I now find this common practice. Like you and I used to do a lot of interviews in person. I'm now talking to you in India right now, and
Yeah.
we're exchanging love for our passion for filmmaking and my love for this amazing film that you do. That also I can completely relate with in regards to the story within it and being a creative and trying to find passion again in settings. While we while I still think we're heading into a spiral of doom right now, I live in the US currently, Sandeep, and it's tragic over here, but it gives me hope. And we find that we can still create and adjust and find ways to express our inner passions. Just an amazing job on this film.
Thank you so
and
much.
Cast
And can I
bravo.
add on that, Patrick, something, because on this East-West thing, because at some level, because of course, like I said, George Harrison and all these guys came down long back, but it's also that, from the sitar, the instrument sitar went from India there. So it's both ways, we benefited, they benefited. So it's this fusion thing, which is what keeps the world going, right? We need to have a lot of energy exchanges happening, because it's moment we step out of the frog's well, which we all are in, and see that there's a lot of other things happening in the world, things open up. And for creatives like us, much more, right? In a sense, if I step out and go to another country, I say, oh my God, there's another way of living life. Similarly for them, they come here, they live what? It's totally opposite of how they live, right? But yet it functions. So it's a great way for a creative to get inspired when you step out of your comfort zone, I guess, right? Yeah.
Definitely. So before I leave out, the last question I have is, have you talked to the tourism industry in Goa that now once they see this film, how many people are going to come heading out that way? Have anybody talked to you? Have they already asked, hey, can I have that address to that hotel just so I can visit some of these places in this film?
Though, deep within me, I mean, I'm a little scared, once they get to know I've shot the movie there, just kidding. But, the same place, I keep going to that same place where we shot the movie, which is Danny's room in the movie. Even now, I was there 1 month back. I go and stay in the same room. Somehow it's become my quieter space. Go and be quiet for a while and maybe write or think. But apart from that, South Goa, yeah, please visit. Once you watch this movie on Amazon, in US and Canada, people should hopefully visit South Goa, and go to this beach called Agonda, Agonda. Agonda. It's a beautiful beach, very quiet beach. It's Shanti space. Shanti means peace. Yeah. So, but yeah, maybe I should talk. Like, you gave me a good idea. Maybe I should go and tell them to sponsor.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna have a lot of tourists coming that way. Yeah, I love that. Right now, I feel like I need a hard reset, if you will, in my head, and because just of the madness of the world. So yeah, this is a beautiful film, sir, and congratulations on its release. Now available everywhere. Go check it out, y'all. The amazing Sandeep Mohan. I'm gonna have links in the description below for people to check you out, Sandeep, and check out this film. Is there anything else we can throw some love and light on? Do you have a next project that you're working on that we can maybe promote a little bit as well?
Yeah, I mean, see, my work, my previous films are available on my website called sandeepmohan.com. Of course, it's on Amazon and a few other places. Sandeep as in SANDEEPMOHAN.com. My previous 4 films the links are available there. Apart from that, of course, Danny Goes Aum is just right now in US and Canada. I hope it goes to more territories, because through MPX Films, the sales agent based in LA, they are the ones who are helping me with this. And hopefully, we'll get more markets. And the trailer is available online, of course. I would love it if people can share the Amazon link with. Right now, it's on Amazon. It's also going to come on Fandango and at home and a few other platforms. The DVD also is there, the physical copy. If some people can buy it, and it'll be great. That particular thing. And I'm writing my next one. I started writing my next one, and this gives me hope. Like talking with you right now, also a great way to connect. And the fact that you connected with the movie, I feel great. That I should make movies like this, which can go, across. In the like-minded audience is there everywhere.
Oh yeah.
So that gives me hope, and I hope people see the movie that way too.
Wonderful. Well, I definitely connected with it. That's the beauty of our art form and it reads and it translates, it inspires, it educates, it entertains. I can't wait to visit Goa myself and get refreshed. Like I said, I need that right now.
Please come to India. You're like in India. They say Aditi Devo Baba. The guest is like you are. Aditi is like God. The guest is like a God. Like you come, you're invited. Please come here.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Sandeep. Thank you for your time. Again, beautiful film. Everybody, Danny Goes Aum is available right now. I'm going to have all of Sandeep's links in the description below, the Amazon link, Fandango link. Go check out the film. You're going to want to check this out. If you need that hard refresh, go out to Goa as well, because it's a crazy world. We need to escape and do that. And this film is beautiful in that way. Thank you so much, Sandeep. I am KUYA P. This is Nerds Rule the World. All right, Sandeep, there's a cut.
Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Yeah. Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world. Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Awesome. KUYA P, Nerds Rule the World. Hello.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh,
Nerds rule the world.
I got.
It's in the title of your show, like Nerds rule the world. Like, I want more Black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Nerds rule. Love
it. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Julian.
Nerds rule. Yes.
Rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
But yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
absolutely.
And you're right. Nerds do rule the world.
We're just the best.
Yes. Yes. Nerds do rule the world. I agree.
We do.
I agree.
We're awesome, aren't we?
Thank you, ladies.
Nerds so much.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
And nerds really do rule the world.
Thank you, sir. It's your boy KUYA P, Nerds Rule the World. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
They rule the world, all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys. Recording. And the note taker is recording. Okay, there we go. Excellent. All right, I'm going to do a 3, 2, 1, and we'll have some fun. All right, here we go. And actually, real quick, Sandeep Mohan.
Yeah, that's right. Sandeep, like in sun and deep.
Sandeep. Awesome.
Yeah.
I can mess up names, so I want to make sure I get it right. So thank you.
No problem. No worries at all. Yeah.
All right, let's have some fun. Here we go, sir. In a 1, 2, 3.